baby, then she ran from backyard, then the front yard. I'm talking about that.
Yeah, tell them.
You can talk about that. Let me introduce you first, though, Coco. My name is David Lowance, and it's August the 8th, 2005, at the Atlanta History Center in Atlanta, Georgia. This is part of the Library of Congress Oral History Division, taking oral histories of people who were in World War II, one way or the other. And today we're delighted to have with us Kyoko Umemoto Moore, who grew up in Japan and lived 2 hours from Nagasaki, who had a brother who was a kamikaze pilot, who eventually married in the 1970s a United States soldier who was in Japan as part of the Vietnam conflict and moved to the United States some 30 years ago, where she's become an American citizen and a close friend of our families. And we're just delighted to have Kyoko here with us, representing two countries, Japan and the United States, who are allies and neighbors who weren't 60 years ago, to talk to us about what it was like growing up in Japan and what it was like learning about the atom bomb a few days later, and what it was like to learn that her brother had been a kamikaze pilot who perished just several days before the bomb was dropped, before the war ended. So Kyoko, we're delighted to have you here. Go on and talk to us about what it was like growing up in Japan.
This time and so much different, but 60 years ago. 60 years ago, so nice, quiet, before bomb come out. And one day have a bomb in Nagasaki. My father is have family over there, so he have to go back to Nagasaki to pick up a body, the brother and the cousin, aunt, everybody. And just so I know that kind of stuff.
Did your father describe for you what the damage was like in Nagasaki?
Nagasaki can't scrap anything, they just gone, everything. Nothing over there after bomb come out. Far away, a mile away, we can see it from the airport and the train station. So nothing over there. And now it's different, there's so many and hometowns and housing, a lot of stuff there. But I guess just nothing.
No.
People died in the street and just cried. A lot of people lost family, they're looking for family too. So, and my cousin has a baby. She went to Nagasaki. And after 2 days, have a baby and have a bump. She killed baby, gone to front yard to run away. Whole baby had to on the ground, and she don't have neck, leg, just body, whole baby. That's all my father find out. But her daughter go backyard. So she have one side face and just burning. And 6 days later, hair come off, all over, then and no hair. And my cousin is one side all white, burning. He can talk, just his shock. So my father take me to hospital. Then they keep about almost 30 days he died. So every 3 days my father have to go back to Nagasaki to pick him up. Somebody, family, to die. They bring him back to hometown, then to put on the kurume.
Was a train running between your hometown?
Yes, and train maybe 3-4 times a day. because they can go into all the way to Nagasaki train station. He had to get out before station. He walking to maybe mile walking to pick it up and cars and stuff.
Do you remember if your father was angry, sad, glad the war was over?
He can say nothing. Just he tired to pick it up, scared. Just to cry, that's all. He never say anything. He never angry, anything. Just he's scared. And we hear my father tell story with just shock, scared, sick. That's all.
What kind of work did your father do before?
My father worked company then for medicine company.
For a medicine company?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a businessman? Or?
No, not businessman, just work for and bookkeeper or something. I don't know then real.
Did your mother also work, or did she stay?
No, mother take care of family.
Took care of the family.
Mm-hmm. Used to Japan, wife never work. They take care of family.
Okay.
And that, so my father take care of whole family, the food, everything. But after most of the time we don't have food. So sometimes we have to eat in the rice, then put on the corn, the cooking, and that kind of stuff we eat.
Was this during the war or after the war?
And both.
Both.
Mm-hmm. Before war, we have sweet potato and put on the rice, the cooking together, and that kind of stuff always.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I have all 5. But one brother, and he's 18 years old, he went to Navy first, and then I don't know when changed to kamikaze, and he died 5 days before war.
Ended, he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, when did you find out he had died?
After finished war, maybe about months later.
About a month later?
They came with paper, that's all. We don't get the body and the ask anything.
Did you understand what a kamikaze pilot was at the time?
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing that time. Now, sometimes we watch movie, some stuff, the kamikaze is supposed to go into, with airplane, they're going to hit somebody.
When you were a young girl growing up in Japan, do you remember what the spirit of the people were? Were you aware, or were you too young to be aware of the attempt of Japan to be in control of the eastern hemisphere of the world?
Gosh, we don't know nothing that kind of stuff. We were so young and play, that kind of stuff. So I never know what. And first time Fukuoka have June 19th born, and they come to be 29.
Yes.
Came and so many, just like I can tell, just like so many airplane came and drop us, and I don't know what, not bumped, small stuff, but whole Fukuoka town burning. Nothing house.
The firebombs.
Firebomb,
that they dropped
Mm-hmm.
at that time.
Yes, and I'm just scared. My family stay another house. I'm go with my cousin house, and so I don't see my family almost a week looking for family because all house is burning.
This was in the town you lived
Yes.
in?
Mm-hmm.
So you experienced the firebomb
June 19.
1945,
Mm-hmm.
2 months before the atom bomb was dropped. What percentage of your town was burned? Do you know?
All over Fukuoka.
All of it was.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do for eating and things like that after the?
I don't remember how we eating.
Oh.
And my mother went and ran away to park someplace to her family. So I'm stay my cousin's house. So I don't know where she went. And so 10 days I'm looking for my family.
Hmm.
So that's all I know. I remember.
And you don't know where your brothers and sisters were at that time? Or
No,
were they with you?
I don't know. Nobody.
Did you lose any neighbors or friends at that time?
No, and we are lucky that we don't lose too many people.
Yeah.
But my sister, the best friend, she died in that burn house that time.
Yeah. Your sister's best friend
Mm-hmm.
died at that time.
Yes.
After the war was over, do you remember what the conditions were like? Or
Yeah, I don't remember too much, but in the August 15th, my neighbor come to my house, share the big room, and listen to Empire talking to and news. So everybody cry, but I don't know why they cried. That time over war. So I didn't know nothing too much.
Coco, on August the 15th, 1945,
Yes.
my mother took me to downtown Atlanta, right near where Harris Street and Peachtree Street cross, across from the Regency Hyatt House. And we celebrated the end of the war with confetti and blowing horns.
Yeah, must be.
So you and I celebrated the same day.
Same days
two
we
parts-
cried over there.
Two parts of the world.
Yeah, everybody cried, and the front and the radio. I don't know what happened there. So,
That's,
so nobody tell me what happened in the Second World, gonna lose the Japan, that kind of stuff. We never know that kind of stuff.
did you have any hardships after the war that you remember in terms of lack of food or drinking water, or did you?
No, and we don't have too much food anyway. So we eat a lot of dumpling stuff. So that's why I don't like dumpling now, but and that kind of stuff eating. I don't know we have meat or fish have or not, and I don't remember that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What did you do? When did you go back to school? Were you able to go to school during the war?
School, and we are lucky school it still have there and the same almost over 100 years now, still same building.
Same building that's been there for 100 years?
Yes.
So that was not interrupted during the war?
No, we were lucky.
And did you continue to go to school after the August the 15th? Did you go back?
Yes, we have to go school, but we don't have shoes. So everybody go walking barefoot to go to school.
Was it cold or warm?
And summertime warm, it's nice. But wintertime so cold. Hurt leg, the foot hurt, so jumping, walking.
When was it that you got shoes again? How long was it before you got
I
shoes?
don't remember, maybe 1 year, 2 years later, maybe so. But most of the time I have little bit shoes stuff, but they don't buy new shoes.
Yeah,
So that's what I keep for something special maybe,
right.
I think.
When did you learn, as a young person, what the war was about and about the atomic? When did you learn that an atomic bomb had been dropped?
Bomb is, I know them maybe 5 days later, my father have to go all the time. So just I asked what happened to Nagasaki. That time my father tell me what story is. So my cousin always have some kind of card. He has bomb. That's why he can go any place, Japan hospital free.
Okay.
So that kind of stuff they tell me.
Was your father able to understand what an atomic bomb was? Or did he-
Yes, he understand that time.
At that time, so you learned at an early age the destructive power of that kind of weapon.
Yes.
And your father understood that it had been a single
Yes,
bomb.
he told me this real big bomb, and if we drop the hometown, then everything is gonna be all gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe about 20, 25 family he died, to cousin, aunt, uncle, stuff and died.
Do you remember what they taught you in school about the war?
I don't remember we talk in school then, so many.
Did they ever talk to you about the occupation of Japan by the American armed forces after the war?
No. We're not talking too much, that kind of, they must be very scared, that's why they don't want to talking,
Okay.
I don't know, they know.
So your school curriculum was reading, writing, arithmetic?
Yes, and the book, someone, the word book, they take it off, we can study.
Okay.
So different kind of book that they give to us.
And how far in school did you go? Did you finish?
I don't know, High school is far away. We have to go on train and street car to go to about almost 30 minutes away to high school.
Did you go to high school?
Yes, I went to high school.
And college?
College, yes, for dressmaking.
For dressmaking, for college. And you worked as a dressmaker in Japan?
Yes.
From 1950?
After finished, almost 40 years, 50 years. I work songs.
And where were you living during that time?
I'm still Fukuoka, hometown.
Okay.
Fukuoka.
Fukuoka.
Yes.
Fukuoka. I may learn how to say that before this is over.
Fukuoka. In Nagasaki bomb, Nagasaki.
Okay. Near Nagasaki.
Yes.
And then you met your husband
To Fukuoka.
in Fukuoka.
Yes.
And what year did you meet him?
And President Kennedy died that year.
That year, 1963.
1963. So, then I married him in 72.
You
So-
made him chase after you for 9 years? They've written operas about this. And then
Tell him you were engaged
you
to a
were,
doctor.
you were engaged to a doctor before?
Yeah, before Dan, I meet Dan, he died before, 1 month before wedding, he died accident.
Oh, your husband to be,
And my fiance.
your fiance. Oh, I'm sorry.
So she would have never been here.
So you would have never been here. If that hadn't
Yeah,
happened.
if he don't have happened.
And what year did you come to the United States?
74,
1974.
yes.
And did you speak English well by then?
Oh, not much.
much.
I don't know too much. And so I can go by myself, no place. I don't understand.
Did your husband speak Japanese?
No, he don't.
So you all fell in love?
Yeah, I don't know. He fall in love me, not me.
And neither one of that's probably a good way for marriages to stay together, is not to ever understand what the other one is saying.
Yeah, maybe. That's why we don't fight each other too much. Maybe.
All you can do is be nice.
Yeah.
That's right. So you came to Atlanta when you first came
No, we came Massachusetts.
to Massachusetts?
Yes, still he's military. That's why we stayed in Massachusetts. Fort Devens.
At Fort Devens. Okay.
I stayed about almost a year.
And then came to Atlanta?
Then we went to North Carolina, Bryson City. And Dan went to Germany So he asked me stay in the Massachusetts, but I like to know his family, so that's why I went to North Carolina.
Okay, he was from Bryson City originally?
Yes. So he's Germany.
He was in Germany?
Germany.
Yeah.
So I stayed in North Carolina by myself with his mother.
And when did you all move to Atlanta?
So after he come back, retired 6 months later, and he don't have any job. So that's why maybe we moved to big town, maybe gonna be have a job. So we moved to Atlanta.
And what type of work did he do?
He worked plumber.
Pardon?
Plumber.
Primer?
Mm-hmm.
Plumber.
Oh, plumber. And you've been active in the catering business and seamstress business, sewing business?
Yes.
All these years? What is your feeling about living in the United States knowing that we dropped an atom bomb on your country?
I don't remember too much word. That's why that I can come in so easy.
Mhm.
I'm friendly and I have a good time over here in the United States.
You've been back to Japan just one time?
No, I'm 2-3 years. Once 2-3 years, I'm go back to Japan.
Once every 2 to 3 years you go
Yes.
back?
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings when you go back?
That's expensive over there. Everything.
It's
So
expensive?
yes.
Costs more than it does here?
Oh, it's very, very expensive. And if see, United States have air conditioner, heater, it's very nice, the house. But Japan, if you have just like here, they have to pay $1,000, you know, for bill.
Okay.
And electric bill, that kind of stuff.
Do you still have family that you're close
Yes,
to in Japan?
I have family over there.
Brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Have they been over here to visit you?
My sister came right after my husband died.
Oh. What did she think of the United States?
She liked it.
She liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice we can like each other now.
Yes.
That's very nice. Nancy, what else can we get her to talk?
Well, I think what Coco is saying, that she's been in the United States for so long, and a United States citizen, that you don't have many feelings about the war in Japan.
No,
And you
mhm.
were young.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel probably more like you're a United States
Yes,
citizen.
I'm hometown here.
Yes.
Mhm.
And you just don't have any negative feelings really about the war.
No. Mm-hmm.
And
So even I'm go back to Japan now, I'm just visiting. It's okay, but I don't want to live over there.
This is home.
Yes, I'm home here.
Well, you're the first person I've talked to that lived near where an atom bomb was
No,
dropped.
I have a good friend over here. Everybody's so nice. So I never thinking in the war.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm. It's very nice.
do your friends here have a feeling about Nagasaki and the war?
I don't think so. Everybody came to United States. They don't think about too much war. That's why they can stay here.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you go back and visit your uncle's grave or your cousin's grave at the
Yeah,
house?
but so I went to one time, 8 years ago, Nagasaki.
Yeah.
But Nagasaki, it's already everything okay now, so
Yeah.
I don't have nothing memory
Yeah.
the band.
Yeah.
I have a question, Coco. When your father went back and got the bodies, how did they find them?
And close to home.
Really?
Yes.
They
So-
went to the home and they were.
Yes. So Nagasaki is just not a flat place. Nagasaki have mountains and one side of sea. So easy to find out. Own family.
Depending on where you were,
Mm-hmm.
as to whether you were identifiable or not.
So We don't have no more memory of there at the war.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody know that kind of stuff. And this time, young people don't know about war. So,
It's probably better.
mhm. I think they are lucky.
Coco, the only good thing that I know of that comes out of war is that we learn the resiliency of the human spirit to resolve that they're never going to do it again and to try to do better.
Yes,
Then we seem to forget and fall back into bad patterns and go back to war with each other, but we always seem to come out, the world does, humanity does, a little better, hopefully as a result of what they learned during the war and with a renewed verve for life. And you certainly have pointed that out to me just talking to you today in the years that I've known you through Nancy. Is there anything else you would like to have recorded that you'd like to tell us, like to say?
I don't know. I never can think about it. Mhm. If something remember, I'm going to tell Nancy. Maybe Nancy going to let you know.
Well, Nancy, for those of you who don't know, is Nancy Chambers, my sister-in-law, and a very good friend of Coco's, and Nancy was kind enough to bring her up with us today so we could have this opportunity to talk with Coco. Coco, we're glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
We're glad-
I hope a little bit help.
We're sorry that we went through what we went through 60 years ago, and sorry that you lost family members